Hey, fabulous boomers. Welcome back to the Healthy 60, the ultimate hub for science-backed health hacks that let us age like fine wine, bold, resilient, and full of life. I'm your doctor, your fellow boomer who's passionate about keeping our hearts beating strong without the drama of pills or procedures. Today, we're tackling a topic that's close to home, or should I say close to the heart, your boomer heart reset, natural ways to clear arteries and boost circulation. If you've ever felt that nagging fatigue, noticed your legs cramping on a short walk, or worried about that family history of heart issues, this is your wake-up call and your roadmap to renewal. Imagine this. You're in your prime retirement years, chasing grandkids around the park with endless energy, traveling to dream destinations without a hitch, or finally starting that hobby farm you've always wanted. But suddenly your energy dips, your fingers tingle coldly, or you get winded climbing just a flight of stairs. It's not just getting older. It could be your arteries silently clogging, restricting the life-giving flow of blood and oxygen. Heart disease remains the #1 killer for us over 50, according to the American Heart Association, with atherosclerosis, that sneaky plaque buildup in arteries, affecting up to 80% of boomers. But here's the empowering twist. Modern science, including fresh insights from 2025, shows we can naturally clear those arteries, boost circulation, and reset our cardiovascular system, often reversing damage without invasive interventions or lifelong dependencies on medications. In this deep dive video, we'll uncover why our hearts need a reset now more than ever, spotlight the warning signs we're too quick to ignore, and reveal not just 7, but expanded insights into natural, evidence-based strategies to flush out plaque and supercharge your blood flow. Drawing from cutting-edge studies, including 2025 reviews and clinical findings, we'll prove these aren't old wives' tales. They're proven paths to a healthier heart. We'll even incorporate fresh tips from recent health resources, like the importance of low-impact exercises and potassium-rich foods for optimal circulation. By the end, you'll have a detailed 30-day action plan to kickstart your reset, complete with meal ideas, workout routines, and tracking tips. If you're ready to pump up your heart health and live with vigor, hit that like button, subscribe for more empowering content, and let's get that blood pumping. Let me start with a question I ask every patient over 50. When was the last time you felt truly energized, with no aches or shortness of breath holding you back? If it's been a while, your arteries might be crying out for help. Picture yourself at a lively family barbecue, flipping burgers with gusto and sharing hilarious stories from the good old days when a sudden chest twinge or unexpected leg heaviness stops you in your tracks. Or maybe it's subtler. Cold hands and feet persisting even in the warm summer sun, or a persistent brain fog that makes concentrating on your favorite book a real chore. These are the whispers of poor circulation and clogged arteries, a crisis that's stealthily claiming more boomer lives than we realize. Atherosclerosis doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It builds quietly over decades, turning our once flexible arteries into rigid plaque-filled pipes that restrict blood flow to the heart, brain, limbs, and vital organs. For years, we were told heart issues are inevitable with age, blame it on genetics, time, or bad luck. But 2025 research paints a much brighter, more actionable picture. Arterial health is largely driven by lifestyle choices, and natural resets can reverse plaque buildup, improve endothelial function, that's the critical lining of your blood vessels, and enhance overall circulation. A landmark 2025 review from the Journal of Life highlights how dietary and herbal interventions can reduce arterial stiffness by up to 20% in older adults, significantly preventing heart attacks, strokes, and other complications. This isn't about instilling fear, it's about unlocking freedom. Freedom from chronic fatigue, from constant worry about your ticker, from the limitations that keep you sidelined from life's joys. Why zero in on boomers specifically? We're the trailblazing generation that powered through the fast food boom of the 70s and 80s, endured high-stress corporate climbs or demanding blue-collar work, and now navigate retirement with its own set of sedentary temptations like binge-watching or endless scrolling. Medical advice has evolved dramatically since our youth, Remember when eggs were villains and margarine was hailed as heart healthy? Those trans fat-laden eras contributed to our current plaque loads. Now in our 60s and 70s, those accumulated habits catch up, but our bodies are remarkably adaptable and forgiving. Today we'll explore in depth what artery clogging really looks like on a cellular level and why it's spiking in our demographic more than previous generations, the overlooked warning signs that scream reset needed, and how to differentiate them from normal aging, why relying solely on statins and surgeries isn't always the best first line for long-term heart health, and the star of the show, 7 natural ways, with bonus expansions, to clear plaque and boost flow, backed by peer-reviewed science from 2020 to 2025. We'll draw from diverse sources like Henry Ford Health's 2025 tips on boosting circulation through stretching and quitting smoking, and Banner Health's emphasis on managing blood pressure naturally. This reset isn't a fleeting quick fix or a restrictive regimen. It's a sustainable, enjoyable shift designed to make your heart as strong and reliable as your unbreakable spirit. Let's dive in and get that circulation soaring. When patients complain of just feeling off, I look at their arteries first, because poor circulation is the hidden thief of vitality in our golden years. Let's get real about what's happening inside your body right now. Your arteries are the unsung heroes of your cardiovascular system, dynamic highways that deliver oxygen-rich blood, nutrients, and hormones to every cell, from your brain's neurons to your toes' tiniest capillaries. Over time, however, factors like high LDL cholesterol, chronic inflammation, oxidative stress from free radicals, and even environmental toxins cause plaque, a sticky mix of fats, calcium, cellular waste, and inflammatory debris, to accumulate on artery walls. This is atherosclerosis, and it progressively narrows these vital paths, leading to reduced circulation, elevated blood pressure, and heightened risks like heart attacks, strokes, or peripheral artery disease, PAD, where legs suffer from inadequate blood supply. Boomers are hit hardest because of a perfect storm of cumulative exposures unique to our era. We grew up in a time when processed foods loaded with trans fats and hidden sugars became staples. Sedentary lifestyles took hold with the rise of office jobs and TV dinners, and chronic stress from economic booms and busts raised cortisol levels, which directly damage vessel walls by promoting inflammation and plaque adhesion. Age-related changes compound this. As we hit our 50s, natural production of nitric oxide, a key molecule that keeps arteries flexible and dilated, drops significantly, leading to stiffer vessels. A comprehensive 2025 state-of-the-art review in Current Vascular Pharmacology explains how vascular aging accelerates in this decade, with arterial stiffness increasing 10 to 15% per decade due to excessive collagen buildup, elastin degradation, and endothelial dysfunction. But the review also offers hope, noting that natural interventions like polyphenol-rich diets or omega-3 supplementation can halt and even reverse this stiffness by 15 to 25% through potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Think about the generational differences. Our parents often had more physical labor in their daily routines, farming, factory work, or walking everywhere, and diets centered on whole, unprocessed foods, which provided a natural buffer against plaque. We, however, navigated the explosion of convenience foods, fast-paced careers, and now, in retirement, the lure of couch time with streaming services. Hormonal shifts add another layer. Menopause for women leads to estrogen drops that worsen lipid profiles and vessel health, while andropause in men reduces testosterone, linked to increased abdominal fat and inflammation. Environmental factors like air pollution or secondhand smoke from our youth linger in our systems, exacerbating oxidative damage. The result is poorer circulation manifesting as cold extremities, erectile dysfunction in up to 50% of men over 50, or even subtle cognitive decline as reduced blood flow starves the brain of oxygen. But understanding this biology empowers us to intervene. For instance, 2025 guidance from AANMC stresses combining exercise, hydration, and targeted nutrition to improve blood flow holistically. It's not about blaming the past, it's about resetting for a future full of vitality. These signs aren't dramatic, they're deceptive. Dismissing them as normal aging lets plaque win. Spotting them lets you fight back and reclaim your flow. Artery issues don't hit like a thunderbolt, they creep up slowly, often masquerading as everyday annoyances or the inevitable toll of time. As boomers, we're pros at powering through, but that resilience can blind us to these signals. Here's a detailed, expanded list of warning signs we too often ignore, complete with explanations, real-life examples, and why they're critical red flags for arterial health, persistent fatigue, or unexplained weakness. When arteries narrow, less oxygen reaches your muscles and organs, leaving you feeling drained even after a good night's sleep. Like my patient Sarah, 65, who thought her afternoon slumps were from retirement boredom, turns out it was early PAD restricting leg flow. Leg pain or cramping. During activity, claudication. This classic symptom of peripheral artery disease feels like a Charlie horse that eases with rest. It's plaque in leg arteries starving muscles during exertion. Many boomers blame it on arthritis or old injuries, but ignoring it can lead to ulcers or amputation in severe cases. Chronically cold hands and feet. Reduced blood flow can't maintain warmth in extremities. Often dismissed as poor circulation from thin blood or weather, it's a sign of vessel narrowing. Add Raynaud's-like tingling? Time to check. Chest pain, pressure, or tightness, angina. Even mild discomfort during stress or activity signals heart arteries struggling. Women might feel it as nausea or jaw pain. Don't wait for a full-blown attack. Shortness of breath with minimal effort. Lungs and heart work overtime when blood flow is impeded, making simple tasks like gardening feel exhausting. Erectile dysfunction or reduced libido. Vascular issues hit intimate areas first. Poor flow to pelvic arteries affects 50% of men over 50, often an early harbinger of wider heart problems. Brain fog, dizziness, or memory lapses. Diminished cerebral circulation reduces oxygen to the brain, mimicking early dementia. If you're forgetting names more often, it could be arterial. Slow healing wounds or frequent infections, especially on legs or feet, as impaired flow hampers immune response and tissue repair. Numbness, tingling, or burning sensations, nerve compression or oxygen deprivation from swollen or narrowed vessels, common in arms or legs. Uncontrolled high blood pressure. Readings, stiff arteries force the heart to pump harder. Persistent 140 over 90 plus despite meds warrants investigation. If 3 or more of these resonate, consult a doctor for a non-invasive test like an ankle brachial index, comparing arm and leg BP, or coronary calcium scoring. A 2024 comprehensive review in Cells stresses that early detection through these signs can prevent up to 30% of cardiovascular events via natural lifestyle shifts, emphasizing the power of awareness. Don't normalize discomfort. Listen to your body and act early. Statins can lower cholesterol effectively, but they don't always clear existing plaque or address root causes like chronic inflammation or gut health. Natural ways rebuild your system holistically, often with fewer side effects. Mainstream options like statins, for example Lipitor, angioplasty, ballooning open arteries, or bypass surgery undoubtedly save lives in acute crises. But for prevention, reversal, and long-term vitality, they have notable limitations. Statins reduce LDL cholesterol but can cause muscle pain, fatigue, liver strain, or even increase diabetes risk in 10 to 15% of users, particularly boomers with multiple meds. Surgeries are invasive, requiring hospital stays and recovery periods that can be tough in our age group, with risks like infection or reclogging. A 2025 comparative analysis in Life notes that while conventional treatments manage symptoms and numbers effectively, natural approaches like Mediterranean diets and herbal remedies outperform for actual plaque regression, lowering cholesterol by 6 to 12% while enhancing vessel elasticity and function without the side effects. The core issue: meds and procedures treat downstream effects, high cholesterol or blockages, without tackling upstream culprits like oxidative stress, poor diet, or sedentary habits. This fosters dependency rather than empowerment. In contrast, natural resets, as highlighted in 2025 Banner Health Guidelines, focus on habits like regular movement and no smoking to keep arteries clear long term. Pills might stabilize, but nature restores resilience. Food is your first and most powerful medicine. Load up on fiber-rich, antioxidant-packed choices that literally scrub your arteries clean from the inside. Start with adopting a Mediterranean or DASH dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Style eating pattern. Think abundant veggies, fruits, nuts, seeds, fatty fish, olive oil, and whole grains. These diets reduce LDL oxidation and inflammation, key drivers of plaque. The 2025 review in Life praises plant sterols, soluble fiber, and omega-3s for a 6 to 12% cholesterol reduction and plaque prevention in aging adults. Healthline's 2023, updated 2025, list spotlights garlic, onions, beets, berries, citrus fruits, and leafy greens for their nitrate and flavonoid content, which boost nitric oxide and improve blood flow. Practical tips to make it boomer-friendly. Begin your day with a berry smoothie blended with spinach and flax seeds for fiber and antioxidants. Lunch could be a grilled salmon salad with olive oil dressing. Omega-3s from fish help dissolve plaque. For dinner, try stir-fried veggies with garlic and onions, known for their allicin that thins blood naturally. Cut out processed sugars and trans fats. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of fiber daily from sources like oats or apples. USA Vein Clinics. 2025 update recommends bananas regularly to balance sodium and encourage better flow via potassium. Many boomers report improved energy and warmer extremities within weeks. Track your progress with a food journal. Bonus expansion, incorporate Indian superfoods like amla, Indian gooseberry, or methi, fenugreek seeds, as suggested by Dr. Sumit Kapadia in 2024, relevant in 2025, which lower cholesterol and unclog arteries through potent vitamin C and fiber. Brew amla tea or sprinkle methi on yogurt for easy integration. Exercise isn't punishment, it's your artery's best friend, boosting nitric oxide production for wider, healthier vessels and better flow. Incorporate a mix of aerobic activities, like brisk walking, cycling, or swimming for 30 minutes daily, with strength training, using weights or body resistance 2 to 3 times a week. The 2025 review in Current Vascular Pharmacology shows these reduce arterial stiffness through anti-inflammatory pathways and enhanced nitric oxide release. Avicenna Cardiology's 2024-2025 reaffirmed. Advice includes yoga and Pilates to reduce stress while improving flexibility and blood flow. Start slow if you're new. Begin with 10-minute walks, post meals to aid digestion and circulation. Graduate to low-impact pool therapy or chair yoga, as per Cleveland Clinic 2023-2025 update, which conditions the vascular system without joint strain. Henry Ford Health 2025 emphasizes stretching before and after to boost circulation further. Studies indicate 150 minutes of moderate activity weekly can improve endothelial function by 20%, reducing plaque risk. Track with a pedometer. Aim for 7,000 steps daily. Bonus: if you smoke, quit now. It's the single best move for circulation, as quitting reverses damage over time. Herbs aren't mere folklore, they're science-backed plaque fighters with centuries of use and modern validation. Focus on garlic, ginseng, ginkgo biloba, and Salvia miltioriza for their anti-atherosclerotic properties. A 2020 review in Frontiers in Pharmacology details how they promote vasorelaxation, reduce lipids, and combat inflammation. The 2024 comprehensive review in Cells adds hawthorn and green tea for flavonoid-driven endothelial enhancement. Dose wisely, 600 to 1,200 milligrams. Garlic extract daily thins blood, 200 milligrams ginseng for energy and flow. Brew green tea, 3 cups, or take hawthorn supplements, 500 milligrams. Combine for synergy. Clinical trials show 15% improved circulation in older adults. Consult your doctor on blood thinners. Expansion, curry leaves, or raji, finger millet from traditional remedies can support, as per 2024 sources. Gut health directly influences heart health. Probiotics tame systemic inflammation from the inside out. And probiotics and symbiotics modulate the microbiome to lower dyslipidemia and plaque formation. The 2024 review in Current Research in Biotechnology highlights their prophylactic role against atherosclerosis. Incorporate via fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, or supplements with lactobacillus/bifidobacterium, 10 to 20 billion CFUS. Benefits include improved cholesterol ratios and reduced inflammation markers. Pair with prebiotics like onions for max effect. Antioxidants serve as your shield against the oxidation that hardens arteries and promotes plaque. Green tea catechins and hawthorn berries flavonoids enhance endothelium and reduce plaque. As per the 2024 Cells Review, they offer anti-inflammatory and vasodilatory effects. Drink 3 to 4 cups green tea daily, 300 to 500 milligrams hawthorn extract. Add beets or citrus for nitrates that convert to nitric oxide, boosting flow. Chronic stress stiffens arteries over time. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques soften them back to health. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, or Tai Chi lower cortisol and improve vascular tone. Eternal Hospital 2024 notes stress reduction slows blockages. Aim for 10 to 20 minutes daily. Apps like Calm make it easy. Yoga per Avicenna enhances flow. Quality sleep is when your arteries heal and regenerate. 7 to 9 hours nightly resets your entire system. Poor sleep amplifies inflammation. Deep rest boosts nitric oxide and repairs endothelium. AANMC 2025 links hydration and sleep to better circulation. Create a routine. Dark room, no screens pre-bed. Hydration thins blood for easier flow. Add potassium-rich foods like bananas for vessel relaxation. USA Vein. Clinics 2025. Stresses potassium balances sodium, improving flow. Drink 8 to 10 glasses water. Eat bananas, avocados. Consistency is the key to transformation. This expanded plan builds habits step by step for a stronger, clearer heart. Week 1, focus on basics. Adopt low GI diet swaps. For example, swap white bread for whole grain. Start 20-minute daily walks. Quit smoking if applicable. Track BP weekly. Week 2, layer in herbs and probiotics. Add garlic supplement, probiotic yogurt. Introduce stretching routines. Week 3, amp up antioxidants and stress management. Green tea habit, 10-minute meditation. Add strength training twice weekly. Week 4, optimize sleep and hydration. Bedtime routine, potassium foods. Retest circulation with simple home checks like capillary refill time. Throughout, journal symptoms, consult doc for baselines. Expect warmer limbs, more energy. Many see measurable BP drops. Clogged arteries aren't your inevitable fate. They're fixable with nature's toolkit. These natural resets give you the heart of a champion, ready for whatever adventures lie ahead. With 2025 science backing these strategies, from exercise to herbs, you're equipped to thrive. Start small, stay consistent. If this video pumped you up, subscribe, share your reset story in comments. Your heart and I thank you. Stay strong, boomers.